Hi, this is Jeremy Jansen with Nucleus Sound Lab. Today I'm going to introduce you to our latest refill for Reason 4 and Record. It's called Pantheon II. Pantheon II is the sequel to our best-selling refill released earlier this year in January. I'm going to demonstrate some of what's special about this new refill, as well as give you a taste of some of the sounds that it's got inside. The first aspect about Pantheon II is how everything is unique. All combinators are unique, as are the Thor, Maelstrom, and Subtractor patches inside. All the combinator rotaries and buttons are also unique. Similarly, all the Thor rotaries and buttons are unique and specifically mapped for each patch. The next aspect is how well organized Pantheon II is. Whether you're looking for a combinator or a Thor patch, both are comprehensively categorized for quick searching. Let me just open that up and show you. So you can see here we're in the combinators, and there's 14 different folders inside. And then if we open up the Thor patches, there's 12 different folders inside as well. So it's really easy to find the sound that you need for your track. Finally, there's the documentation. Pantheon II documentation has been improved significantly over Pantheon I. We modified the format to allow more info in a smaller area, and now there are separate performance, mod wheel, design, and inspiration sections. I'm going to show you what the PDF documentation looks like right now. So here's what an average patch documentation looks like. We've got the patch name, category, patch creator, then we've got some performance notes on how to best use the patch, what the mod wheel does in the patch, design notes on how the patch was created, and inspiration notes on why the patch was created. So the documentation is extremely comprehensive. It's 120 pages long. Every patch is documented. And now that might seem like just a mess of text that might not be easily usable for you. Now it's easier than ever to navigate the documentation since we've added PDF bookmarks. They're fully categorized and pointing to each individual patch. So if you're looking for the 16th Dream patch in the bass sequences, there you are. Alright, now it's time to check out some patches. It was pretty hard picking just a few to show you, but here we go. So as you probably guessed, we're going to start with 16th Dream by myself. And this is a bass sequence. The bass sequence uses the Thor step sequencer, not a matrix sequencer. And that means that you can play it on your keyboard and the sequence will start at whatever root note you play. So if I play C3 here, the sequence will start. Or I could play it from D3. Okay, now let's change some of the settings we've got here. You can see we've got some standard stuff, filter frequency, filter resonance, but we've also got filter drive, a crossfade knob, a comb filter, some additional filter settings, and then even more on the Thor side. So I'm going to just jam with this a little bit and give you a sense of the range of sounds that 16th Dream is capable of. Alright, so that's what 16th Dream is all about. It's mostly showing off the power of Thor's low-pass filter, which is just incredible. Before I leave this patch, I should mention that all sequenced patches also have either a manual button, or you can turn off their sequence using the Run Pattern button, and then you can play back whatever you'd like on your MIDI keyboard or through the piano roll. So never feel like you're stuck with a sequence just because the patch contains one. This patch is called Forgiveness, and it's by Adam Fielding. Adam worked on the first Pantheon, and he's worked on a lot of our refills. He's always done an amazing job, and I must say he's outdone himself with 70-some patches that he contributed to Pantheon II. So let's check out Forgiveness. It's a melodic sequence. Adam's kept it fairly simple with rotary and button assignments. We can control the volume of the melody and bass separately. Our reverb mix. We can control the bass attack and release and turn the bass into more of a pad. Then we've got some additional settings. As I said before, this obviously can be played back in manual play mode. And then some Thor settings as well. And once again, this patch is created using the Thor step sequencer. So by playing different MIDI notes on my keyboard, I can pitch the entire sequence, and I'll do that right now and create a simple chord progression. This patch is called Pixel Junk, and it's by myself. I won't force you to read the documentation in order to hear that it's inspired by a series of PlayStation Network games on the PS3. Alright, here it is. So the first control we've got is a filter morph knob. And by saying morph, that usually means that we're changing more than one filter and usually more than one filter control. So probably both the frequency and resonance will change. So you can hear there's a really wide range of sounds here, from a more gentle FM-like tone like this, to more aggressive, heavily filtered sounds. That's one thing that I really tried to achieve with Pantheon II, is make each patch not just a single sound, but a sound that's configurable into many different sub-sounds that hopefully you can find one of them that'll fit your track best. And again, this is a Thor step sequencer patch, so it's easy to play back on any key or play it in manual mode. So in addition to some returning sound designers from previous projects, we've also got some new sound designers working on Pantheon II, and one of them is Lois Osborne, and I'm going to showcase one of his patches, which is from the arpeggiated folder. I'm going to start off just playing one simple chord. I'm just holding down that single chord right now. And then just playing a few different simple chords again. So that's not the average arpeggiated sound. In addition to the really exotic arpeggiator patches, there's also some more standard stuff, and this is another one by Lois called Anthem. I'm going to start by holding down one note, and then I'll hold down a chord. Alright, this patch is called For Voice, and it's by myself, and it's a modulation sequence. So this is a really unique patch. It actually consists of 4 different Thor patches, and if you look at the note on lights here, actually the Thor patches are sequenced through in series. So the first one plays, then the next note is played by number 2, and then number 3, and then number 4. So depending on what key I play, that'll pitch up or down the sequence. And then we've got controls here for each Thor. Each Thor is playing back a wavetable, and we can switch which wavetable they're playing back here. So that's very different than what we started with. Now, if you look at each Thor, we can additionally change the wavetable position for each Thor, as well as some filter and shaper parameters. And even though this patch is really unique and based on sequencing these 4 Thors together, we can also play it in manual mode. So it's a very unique, configurable wavetable patch, unlike anything you've probably ever used. I have time to demo one more patch for you, and it's going to be Solar Flare by Adam Fielding from the Effects and Atmospheres Sequences folder. I'm going to just push C3 on my keyboard, and you can hear Thor's step sequencers take care of the rest. So that brings us to the end of the Pantheon II refill demo. I'm going to just highlight a few more points for you. The first is that you should definitely download the Pantheon II demo refill. It's got some sample documentation, and it also contains some of the patches I've showed you here today. Solar Flare, 4 Voice, 16th Dream. I think that's all. So it's a great way to demo this refill, some of the patches you've seen today, how they might fit into your music, and how useful the documentation might be for you. The other point I want to mention is that Pantheon II contains an amazing variety of patches, and not all of them sequences. And the reason I'm demonstrating the sequences for you is because my keyboard skills probably couldn't do justice to some of the amazing pads, keyboards, leads, and basses in this set. So don't feel that that's all Pantheon II has to offer, that is sequences. There's much more than that. So I really want to thank you for your time, for watching, and your interest in Nucleus Sound Lab products. We're going to keep creating this stuff, keep giving us feedback. And I really hope you enjoy the refill and the sounds. Cheers.